Yo, what's good YouTube gang? I'm Jay Pats and today we're going to be talking about sound selection. Honestly, it's one of the most important things when you're trying to level up as a producer. So I'm going to show you how to have good sound selection for your melodies and your drums so that you could be a more well-rounded producer. Here's a preview of the beat that we're going to be working with. First, we're going to start with this piano. I actually started with a really bland, simple piano from Piano V. Watch, I'm going to play it for you without the effects on it, and it's not crazy at all. It's like there's nothing exciting about it and it doesn't sound great. What I wanted to do is emulate kind of like an old record type of feel. So there's a few things you can do to address that. First, what I did was EQ out some low end. Then I added on a bunch of effects. So one really important thing in my opinion is a preamp, because that's probably what they were running their gear through back in the day. So that kind of just adds some volume and a little bit of compression, and it just gives it a more analog feel. After that, I just added in some thermal, giving it a little bit of drive and chorus. And then lastly, I added in Sunset Sound, which is a reverb plugin, and I used the Motown Spring preset, and then I think I adjusted the decay from there. And then another thing I did was make sure to make this track mono. And what that does is kind of just emulate old records. This is how the piano sounds now after all the effects are on it. So way crazier than before, and it doesn't just sound like a plain old piano. Turn it back on. So that's why sound selection is so important, because it can literally make or break the track or the melody or whatever it is that you're working on. That piano without the effects and without knowing the right plugins to choose would be absolute trash. So I'm going to show you again with this guitar from Strum. And honestly, I do not recommend buying this guitar plugin at all unless you want a really cheap, bad sounding guitar. I got this guitar from Strum. For this, I actually kind of like the cheap, bad sound of it. And I'm going to show you how it sounds without the effects. And then I just duplicated over that effect rack that I made and put it on these, and it definitely took it up a notch and made it sound a lot better. So here's without it and with it. This sounds a whole lot better with the effects, and the beauty of this is that once you create an effect rack or a chain of effects that you like, just save it and you're going to save yourself so much time. And it's also going to help when you're in the creative process, because you don't have to go looking for all your sounds and plugins. When you say starting with a piano, just chuck that effect rack on and you could always change it later, but it's going to sound a whole lot better than the stock sounding piano. Those are my tips on leveling up your melodies a bit and just having better sound selection plugin wise and design wise. So now we're going to move on to sound selection for your drums, and here's how those sound. I'm going to find a bunch of random drum sounds as if I didn't have good sound selection, and then I'm going to show you why it's so important. Let's just, I don't know, we're going to choose a random one. Oh, this won't stop scrolling. All right, cool. So we got a kick, All right, so let's get a snare. I'm gonna go to a random one. And then we need a hi-hat. Scroll down to a random one. All right, so we got our drum sounds with having bad sound selection. So let's hear how that sounds. And right off the bat, you can see exactly what I'm saying. So like if I play those with the original beat. Bruh, hell no. This is why it's so important to have good sound selection and choose the right drums, and why it doesn't work to not have good sound selection. The way I recommend to get better at that, literally listen to the beats or the drums that you like in songs and analyze them and figure out how to make those. Maybe even drag the song into your program, or even the instrumental if you could get that, or split it using AI or whatever, and just study that. You're going to learn so much and it's going to level you up so quickly. And this is why I continuously stress having good sound selection as well as studying music that you like. So if you're this type of producer that has drums that sound like this, you need to study music you like, and then once you know what drums sound good, then you need to take your time to find them and compile them, and not just choose the first sound that you hear. Really, when you click to preview it and maybe your sample is playing, listen and be like, does this fit the aesthetic? Does this sound like it's meant to be a part of the beat? Really analyze that and think. You shouldn't have to think too hard, because then you're just going to start overthinking. But once you put this into play, you'll understand how to really quickly hear if it fits the beat or the melody or not. And it's really a simple, quick decision. So you really gotta just put the time in and study. Be a student of the game. Also, I am dropping a drum kit soon. I'm still working on it, but it's only because I want it to be really dope and just have like all the sounds you need. Trying to dedicate more time to it. I'm gonna keep you guys posted when I'm dropping that. In the meantime, I guess saying just study, stay tapped into my channel, because I really be trying to give out gems and just share the knowledge that I have. Thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, because it really just helps out my channel and kind of just keeps me motivated to continue making videos for you guys and sharing my knowledge. Thanks for tapping in. I'm Jay Pats. Peace.